Hello and welcome to Let's Platinum Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories. Little background here. I have actually platinumed every single Kingdom Hearts game except for the PS4 version of Rechain of Memories. This is the last Kingdom Hearts Platinum that I need. I purposely have been putting it off because the last Platinum I got was actually Chain of Memories on PS3. So I wanted to take a break, but let's go through here. I won't have this on screen, but you'll just have to trust me. Maybe I'll do a screenshot. But anyway, so Kingdom Hearts 1 released in the PS3 collection, and along with Chain of Memories for the PS3. Then Kingdom Hearts 2 and Birth by Sleep released in the 2.5 collection a little bit later. And then I think I'm trying to remember the dates here. So then after that, they released the third collection, which is Dream Drop Distance, Fragmentary Passage, Point 2, and then another movie. So I platinumed, and then obviously Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, and then Melody of Memory as well. So let's go through here. I platinumed Kingdom Hearts for the PS3 on November 15th, 2015. I platinumed it for PS4 on my brother and sister's birthday, actually, April 18th, 2017. Rechain of Memories for PS3, I platinumed just a mere, year ago, almost, where I platinumed it December 29th, 2022. Kingdom Hearts 2, I platinumed on February 2017, so I did it a little bit before I finished Kingdom Hearts 1 again. And then I platinumed it on PS4 in 2018, in February. And then Birth by Sleep, the first time I platinumed it was April 2016. I platinumed before Kingdom Hearts 2? That's so weird. April 2016, and then I platinumed it again December 2021. So this one was kind of recent too. I think that was one of the stragglers I had. Dream Drop Distance, I platinumed approximately 5 days after I platinumed Kingdom Hearts 2 for the first time, which is weird. February 2017. Took me 2 weeks. I'll go through that too after. Kingdom Hearts 3, I platinumed January 2020. Hey, does anything weird happen that year? Do you guys remember that? Does anything? Or I think that was the last trophy I got, because I think that was from must have been a trophy from Remind. But I platinumed it at some point when it came out. So like 26. I mean, I could just click it. Let's see. It was actually February 2019. So I did Kingdom Hearts 3. Here's a curveball for you. I platinumed Kingdom Hearts 3, the Asia region, which is the only other platinum. This is the only non-English platinum that exists. But I platinumed the entirety of Kingdom Hearts 3 in Chinese. No translation, nothing. All the voices were in Japanese. All the text was in Chinese. I used Google Translate on my phone to hover over images sometimes if I need to know specifics, but for the most part I was just it's straightforward enough, right? It wasn't. That took me a week and 5 days. And then the original Kingdom Hearts 3 took me 4 days, or 4.5 days. And then I did Melody of Memory in 2021. I did Kingdom Hearts 3 last year. So all of that to say, I've platinumed every single available Kingdom Hearts Platinum, except for Chain of Memories on PS4. Now, there is some cool stuff here, and I guess I'll just start the game while I'm doing this. There is some cool stuff here where the Platinum on the PS4 version is actually easier than the PS3 version. I'll go through the trophy list real quick, and I'll make some notes as I do it. I'm gonna try and skip through the beginning stuff as we go. This isn't going to be a good story playthrough if you've never seen this game, so I apologize in advance. But just to go watch someone else, I guess. I am going to be playing on Proud mode because that will save me a playthrough or two. So we'll just start that up. I'm just going to skip through this stuff. But yeah, so there are, what is this, 6 trophies? Yeah, there's 6 trophies here for, we're just going to skip that because it's very copyrighted. Sorry. Do I want to let you do this, Sora? Yeah, sure. I'll let this cutscene play while I do this. So the trophy list is clear Sora story on Proud, clear Riku story on Proud, clear the game without using continue. I don't know if that's tied to any campaign, but that means that I can't continue if I lose. I have to reload a save. Then there's cleared on normal, cleared on easy. So on the PS3 version, these didn't stack. you had to play through the game 3 times as Sora and 3 times as Riku, and it's not fun. But in this version, you can just do 2 playthroughs, 1 Riku and 1 Sora. There's a couple different, I think there's 5 trophies for doing the Winnie the Pooh mini games. Those aren't too difficult, so I shouldn't have too much trouble with that. And then it's just a lot of story ones. Clear Sora story mode, clear Castle Oblivion, first floor, 5th floor, 13th floor, clear Riku story mode. And there's some like level-based ones, so obtain all of Sora's slates, obtain all of Riku's attack bonuses, collect all of Jimmy's journal entries, collect all card collection entries in Jimmy's journal, collect all story entries, so just basically just like, you know, do all the things. Doing the journal is pretty standard in a Kingdom Hearts game. Edit a deck for the first time. This is a fun trophy. So it says that only 67% of people on PSN profile, so these are trophy hunters. This isn't like the general public. This is on PSN profiles. 1/3 of people who started up Chain of Memories didn't even edit the deck. Like that's... A lot of people bounce off this game pretty quickly. Edit a card deck 500 times. That should come naturally, but I might have to grind a little bit for that. Make 20 cards become premium. Again, that should be natural. Clear the game without fleeing from a single battle. Just means I can never run away. Here are my least favorite trophies on this list. You may be surprised to hear that these are the trophies I don't like, but everything else in this game is pretty doable and pretty standard, except for max out Sora's level, max out Riku's level. This is the reason this platinum took me 9 years originally, because the game is not meant for you to hit max level with either of these two. It's just not built that way. So like you'll end up just like grinding in this. And also, might I add, there isn't a great way to grind. There's really 2 spots you can pick. You can either pick Castle Oblivion or Destiny Islands, at least for Sora. Destiny Islands has slightly easier mobs because you can just use Mega Flare, but it won't give as much XP. There's 2 prevailing strategies that I'm going to have to use, which is I could just open up the room, burst Mega Flare to kill everyone, and then use Lexius's card ability, which has a chance to auto kill, but they still drop HP. It sucks. There's no good way to do it. I'm not looking forward to it. It's the part I'm most dreading about this. Then there's some other ones. Strike an enemy before entering battle 150 times. Opponent's HP when you have less than 5%, so that you have to be like wait until you're like really close to death. Obtain over 300 battle cards, 10,000 Moogle points, 20,000 Moogle points, synthesize 300 rooms, open 10 chests from hidden rooms, hit an enemy with an object. So there's a lot here. I don't have a single trophy in this game. I think I did like 1 video in this years and years ago, where I was like, hey guys, what if I played through this? And you guys were like, no, at the time. So now we're here. Now I get to get away with it because it's a trophy hunt. Right, I'm going to skip this. So I think people give Chain of Memories a bad rap. I'm not like an apologist here. I don't think it's a good game, but I don't think it's like horrific. A lot of people say it's like really bad, but if you're just playing this normally, it's not bad. Like it's just takes some getting used to, and I'll say this: should they have just made a normal Kingdom Hearts game? Absolutely. Like I think it was a good idea for them to try and modernize this for the PS2. Like, I guess let me give some background. If you know nothing about this game, this was originally on the PS2, but on the PS2 it was a remake of a Game Boy Advance game. So it came out for Game Boy Advance between Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. It's meant to be kind of an in-between thing, but like a lot of Kingdom Hearts, secondary games. Like a lot of Kingdom Hearts games that aren't like main entries, like 1, 2, or 3, it makes a very big mistake of you just replay Kingdom Hearts 1 again. Like you play through the story of Kingdom Hearts 1, I think in like 4 or 5 of the Kingdom Hearts games, which is too many. Because there's this one, and so there's Kingdom Hearts 1, obviously. Then you play Chain of Memories, where you basically just replay Kingdom Hearts 1 again, but like worse. Then there's Recoded, which was originally a phone game, then a DS game. And then it's just a movie in the collections now. But that originally just played like Kingdom Hearts 1. You just went through the worlds again. And then, what's another one that you replay through it? I'm trying to remember. I think there's there's a little bit of it with Dark Road and Unchained, the mobile game, but not really. Like, they are different, but it's just they kind of just reuse the same worlds and a lot of the same plot points. I don't know what you're trying to get me to do here. Trying to get me to use my cards up? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, okay, yeah. So, it's not, but yeah, it's so, how do I put this? So this is a remake of a GBA game, but instead of remaking it the proper way, which is they should have just made it control like a normal Kingdom Hearts game, and it would have been a lot more fun. I think a lot more people would have played through it and enjoyed it more. Like, keep the cards, like, for making rooms and stuff like that, but just, like, for the combat, it should at least have given you the option to do, like, normal classic combat. I think that's a lot of people's biggest sticking point. Now, with all that in mind, I actually don't think the card system's that bad if you, like, get the hang of it. It's just got kind of a steep learning curve. There's also, like, a ton of ways to break it open. Like, there's a lot of ways to just break the game. There's a lot of, like, combos and stuff that just, like, don't work. I think, a lot of people don't realize or don't utilize the, like, enemy cards. Those are really, really good. I recommend those a lot. I'm gonna try and show the best strategies going forward. There's some broken ones. Mega Flare is really good. The items are really good. So, like, high ether, elixir, high potions are good. Some of the slates are good if you're like a good way to say it is if you're just doing normal battles, slates are your friend. If you're doing boss battles, you should try and build yourself more for, like, endurance, because, you know, there's game mechanics and stuff in place for why that's kind of bad. Anyway, one other thing to note here is that Sora's voice does not match this character model. So the character model they pull for this is based on the Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora, but because this game, the remake of this game, came out after Kingdom Hearts 2, Sora's voice is completely based on his Kingdom Hearts 2 voice because Haley Joel Osment had gone through puberty by that point. So it's just the game is a mess. Is really what it comes down to. It's such a fucking mess. It's like the mechanics are weird. It's just a rehash of Kingdom Hearts 1. Also, it's even, actually, I would say this game's story is worse than a rehash of Kingdom Hearts 1. Because the entirety of Sora's story in Chain of Memories, and I can say this with full confidence as someone who's played every game in the series, the entirety of Sora's journey in this game is worthless. Like, it introduces a bunch of characters that it immediately kills off. It's the introduction of the organization, and you kill half of the organization in this game. So it just means that, like, when you do Kingdom Hearts 2, and it's like, hey, we're Organization 13, and there's only, like, 7 of them. You're like, wait, what? Like, it's so bad. Like, it's just, like, the story stuff does not make any goddamn sense. And it's just, like, such a waste of so many characters. And they kind of reconcile with that later. Like, there's a couple characters like Vexen and Zexion who are more, like, interesting, and they, like, killed them off immediately. And so it just, like, it doesn't work. It's very strange. I'm getting texts. Oh, right. Oh, I should mention, I ordered food, so I'm gonna have to stop the recording and go pick up my food, and then probably eat it and come back here later, just to take a break. So just general advice as we're going through: break every single breakable. If there's anything that, like, has a target icon over it, you should absolutely hit it. Even if it's not for health, if it's getting the Moogle points is really good, you can find cards this way. There's just no reason not to. Typically, there's not that many. Like, the game is pretty bare bones. Part of the reason that they use the, like, cards to, like, make the rooms is because, like, then they don't have to, like, make these huge elaborate things. It's just, like, all, like, very small contained areas. So look for anything that stands out, like any boxes that you can break, any, like, destroyable environments. There's a lot of, like, hanging lights and stuff like that. It's all good for the currencies. But really, kind of just get ready to sit back and get ready for a long ride, because there's a lot of game here. I would the funny thing here is I mentioned how bad the max level trophy is, and it is. But, like, one of the things I was kind of, like, not hyped about was having to track down every single enemy card. But it actually isn't that difficult, like, at all. So when I was, like, grinding for all the enemy cards, I ended up getting all of them, and I was, like, level, like, 70. And I'm like, I have 30 more levels to go. I also think this is one of those, I'm not sure, but I think this is one of those games that does that really gaslighty thing, where, like, the total amount of XP required to level, like, 99, say it's, like, 10 million XP or something like that. I don't know the exact number. But I think this is one of those games where it's like the last, like, 10 levels are like 5 million. It's like half of the fucking thing. I think it's something like that, but I don't fully remember. Oh, maybe I didn't play this before. I thought I did. Maybe I just didn't even bother saving. Did I make this video? I might have canceled this video and not released it. I have no idea. I know I played this for YouTube and I did one video, but I could not tell you where or when that takes place. We're still in tutorial mode, by the way. We're kind of on rails for a while. The other thing I want to point out is... I already forget. So did that help? Was that helpful? I'm just going to try and get through the beginning stuff, and then we should be able to go a little bit faster. I think I can already edit my deck, and I probably should to add Blizzard in, because Magic's pretty good in this game, especially early game. I'll give you some of the tips, tricks, and more later. So, really quick, I gotta check my phone again. I got a lot of notifications, and I can't really identify which one is which. Alright. Food is on the way. I got like 10 minutes. Alright. Yeah, so another thing is, especially early on, just do as many fights as you can. It'll come in handy. Alright, let's edit the deck real quick. So, I'll keep the numbers where they are for now. We'll add Blizzard probably right at the end. Oh, actually, hold on. Oh, why did I just try to use rewind? So you want to try and put these in like a specific order, if you can. And I can show that later. Hey, there it is, novice deck builder. I'm part of the 1/3 who's played through this game. Oh, you know what I think it was? I think when I did that video, I might have tried to do it on the PS3 version. I really don't remember. The cool thing is, all the music in this game is from Kingdom Hearts 1. Actually, there's a couple unique tracks in this game. Alright, hold on. Ready? They're not even ready for it. So, Donald and Goofy will randomly spawn in the arena. You can't add them to your deck. In longer battles, I would say it's worth saving a couple of them, because if you mash a couple of them together, their attacks get stronger and last longer. Alright, so, the game is pretty easy, in my opinion, so you shouldn't... HP boost should be like your last resort. Like, if you feel your health's getting low a lot, start increasing the HP. But you should always prioritize slates, because they only appear after so many levels. Like, they're locked behind certain levels, so you can only earn so many of them so soon. It's the same with Riku and his attack boosts. And then I would mostly focus on card power, not the abbreviation. I wish games would stop using this abbreviation. We'll do sliding dash. So this is how slates work. If you mash together your cards, depending on the value of them, they'll do different things. And you might have to unlock the abilities to do it too. I'll show it real quick. We'll do a quick little thing. We're gonna get a tutorial for slates in a bit. Also, I think it's L2 to return your cards back. So let's see. I need to add this up. So that's 11, and then that would be 15. So this should sliding dash. Probably want to target someone on the ground. And there we go. So it'll replicate a lot of Sora's moves from like Kingdom Hearts 1, but you'll have to do them all in like combos. So just keep that in mind. So these are other slates. If they don't do like specific things, awesome, Donald. Thanks. Really cool. Really, really fun of you. So yeah, if they the thing about slates that you have to be careful with, this is why I said it's okay to use them in like normal battles, but like you should be a little bit more careful in boss battles, is whenever you mash 3 cards together in a slate like this, you'll do the attack and it'll use like the power of all of the cards combined. So like, you know, here's 7, which means if they try to play a 7 or lower, then it won't do anything. But like, you also want to be careful because the first card in a slate that you use will disappear. So like, when we reload or anything like that, those cards won't appear again. Now, there's ways to get around that. High potions and high ethers will give them back to you, which is really cool. I didn't know that when I played this game when I was younger. So like, you do want to use high ethers and high potions when you can. I would say the normal potions kind of not great, because you can just reload the manual way, so you don't really need it. In fact, well, I mean, I would take it out, but there's no reason to, because I don't have any other cards. But yeah, so this just functions so that instead of having to reload normally, you'll just get all the cards back. This is a good card to start a slate with, because items are once per battle anyway. So if you, let me see. So like if I do this, This way, when I do a slate of that, it'll activate the potion, then it'll heal me, and then it'll use Blizzard. So it's not a bad idea to put those items first. The other one that you want to do is, I mentioned it earlier, but there's premium cards. Premium cards cost less than other cards, but they also don't, they cost less, but they don't, my brain's not working. Oh, they don't come back. So they treat them as like disposable cards, effectively. So what you want to do to kind of take advantage of that is you make a premium card like the beginning of a slate, and then that way the card was going to disappear anyway. So it just lets you fit more cards in your deck and gives you more options. If it's all going over your head because you have no idea how this game is played, just kind of watch what I do. I'll explain all of this multiple times. It's just, like I said, the game seems really complicated, and it's more than it needs to be, but it's also not, like, impossible to pick up or anything. Like, so, like, for instance, using Donald or Goofy at the beginning of a slate, and then using, like, normal cards instead, that's good because those cards are one use anyway. So there's no reason to kind of lock and load them. I do want more cards though. I'm noticing a very small card pool here. I think there. Oh, this is another thing. So there's the 0 cards. 0 works where it can break any card. So you'll see at the bottom there. They're all using 4s. So as long as I play a card that's higher than 4, I can break their card and just attack through it. That's why, like, if you just want to mash the X button like every other Kingdom Hearts game. Which I don't think is a bad thing. You're valid for wanting to just mash like every other game. But if you want to do that, just have higher cards in your deck. That should solve your problem. All right, so this is where my lack of cards is kind of coming back to bite me here. It's hard to really formulate a deck with like the beginning deck. I don't remember when I can like start adding cards to my deck. I think they can start spawning in these like consumable stuff, but I don't remember. Alright, so if you pull up select or touchpad, this is the map. You're always going to want to go for these rooms, and you want to go with the one that's lit up first. The first one, I believe, is always... What is it? The door of... Or it's the key of beginnings is always the first one, and then I think it's the heartless symbol, and I forget what the third one is. Or maybe the heartless symbol is the third one. We'll get through it. Doesn't matter. Trust me, we're fine here. I'll do the meeting ground one. I don't really care too much. We're gonna get plenty of map cards. It's not gonna matter. I think you're guaranteed 1 per battle. Oh, my food is approaching. All right, we will pick this up later. I have returned. 5 guys messed up my order, but it's fine. This is where he goes to meet Leon, I think, and then Leon gives a tutorial on slates. I'm just trying to skip through this. Traverse Town is, it's great, and I like it, and I think even in Chain of Memories it's cool, because all the music in Traverse Town fucking rules. So yes, this is about breaking this is the tutorial on breaking cards, I think. And then, I think the next tutorial is slates. I don't remember tying break. I think it breaks both your cards. I think that's how it works. But yeah, sure love these forced tutorials. This is really cool that there's dialogue in a battle that I can't skip. I think it's really neat and cool and fun. It doesn't bother me at all. But yeah, what he's explaining is kind of important, because I think a lot of people like this. The game is very cluttered, where there's a lot of screen at once. Like when you're fighting someone else who has a deck of cards, you have to look at your cards, you have to look at their cards, you have to look at the slates up top, you have to look at their slates, you have to look at their health, you have to look at your health, you have to look at which cards you've gotten. It's a lot. So I don't recommend it. I don't recommend playing it, I guess. So no, it's just a lot. But Leon's basically just explaining what I already did, which is if you're using slates, just be careful because it erases the first card in the beginning. The only way to get back is through an elixir, high potion, or actually, is it an elixir? It might only be high elixir, or I mean mega elixir. I'm actually not sure. Okay, we got Simba as a summon. We got Key of Guidance. Key of Guidance is the second one. That's right. So there's beginnings, guidance, and then I forget what the heartless symbol one is called, but it's always those 3. So every world is just like find the fastest way to get to the first glowing spot, then the second one, then the third, and then you're out of there. So I was saying earlier, and I didn't really elaborate enough, but this game is functionally useless, is what I was trying to say to the story-wise. So I think the organization is a cool mechanic in the Kingdom Hearts story. I think that he went a little too hard too fast. I'm speaking, of course, about Nomura. I think he went too hard too fast in the organization, where, again, he eliminates half of them, but, like, before they can do anything. Like, the weirdest thing about it is that, like, at least in the original Kingdom Hearts 1, when you met a villain, and they were defeated in their world, that was it. Like, you got to see their arc. Like, for instance, Jafar. Like, when you beat Jafar, or when you fight Jafar, it's because you're in Aladdin's world, and then when you beat him, he's done, and he's gone, and you don't have to worry about him anymore. But that didn't really, like, the organization doesn't have, like, a home world, because they're all original characters, so instead, it's just, like, 5 of the characters are gone because you, like, like, they get off-screened, pretty much, or not off-screen, but they just die in the hallways of Castle Oblivion, which all just look the same, just like this, you know, white background. So it just, I don't know, like, there's a lot of it that I just don't like. Like, the fact that they spend most of Sora's story trying to gaslight Sora into thinking he forgot about someone he grew up with, being Naminé, only to at the end be like, actually, we made that up. It's just that Naminé can control memories. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, oh, yeah, sure. Okay, yeah, great. Like, why? What? It's so weird, and it's said so nonchalantly. It's also, Naminé's a secret nobody that was created, even though Kairi wasn't ever a Heartless, and also so is Xion at the same time. And it's just, this is where, like, I love Kingdom Hearts, I do. I love how silly and stupid it is at times, and I think that's part of it. You have to embrace the absurdity of Kingdom Hearts to truly enjoy it. But I just, like, when I explain these things out loud, I'm like, I understand why people say that this is nonsense, because it is. You just have to embrace the nonsense. Ace Striker, let's go! That's for hitting an enemy with an object. But yeah, it's just like, you know, I don't, just... Anyway, so Naminé explains that she was ordered to mess with Sora's memories for the organization. She ends up turning on the organization because she feels bad for Sora, and she grows to like him. And then she has to... I don't know if this is... Like, this is where it gets murky. So she has to restore his memory, his chain of memories, if you will. And then, in doing so, Sora has to go in a pod and sleep for a year, which is just, like, the most... There's a lot of not very creative ways to have your protagonist lose their powers at the end of one game so that they'll start fresh in the next game. Kingdom Hearts does it a couple of times. Oh yeah, this is a special move, I think. If you combine Goofy with an attack card, I think is what that triggers that one. And then this is his normal move. So the more Goofies you stack together, the longer he does that and the more damage it does, which I think is, like, probably the best you can do. I think Goofy's way more reliable in this than Donald is, because Donald just does random magic, and he does not care if it helps the enemy, which seems like an oversight gameplay-wise. Like, you don't want, like, someone to be who's so basic and integral to, like, your combat to be such a roulette. Like, it feels like they should be able to do, like, another attack with Donald to, like, maybe risk that happening. The fact that it's just by default, you can't do anything about it is kind of stupid. Anyway, so Naminé puts Sora into a coma to restore his memories, and that's basically just how Sora ends up where he is at the beginning of 2. And it's that's really all that happens. Like, I guess you meet Axel for the first time. He's the only character that survives Castle Oblivion, partially because he's the one killing. But you meet him, but then you don't really need to meet Axel in Chain of Memories, because he's so fleshed out in Kingdom Hearts 2, where it's like, even if you met him for the first time in that game, he's got a pretty solid arc. So, like, you don't really need to. Like, it's just so strange. Like, I don't know. It's a mess. All of Kingdom Hearts is a mess, obviously, but there's a few things that are messier than others, in my opinion. I'm just adding Simba into the deck because I forgot to earlier. But Simba's good. Summons in this game are generally pretty good. They're better if you stack them, like with slates. Specifically, I think one of the summons, Cloud, is pretty fucking worthless by himself. So you need to get at least a couple of his cards to make him useful. Oh, this is an explosive one. That's fun. Huh. So I am careful about that. I think even if a card is, or even if a consumable card or MP or whatever it is, even if it's like close to getting a Sora, I think if Sora doesn't actually grab it, it doesn't count. Like there's nothing in place to like prevent you from screwing yourself over. Because, you know, why would there be? But so yeah, back to the story part. That basically just sets it up. I think most of it's pointless. Like they introduce Riku Replica, which I'm like is just extra confusing for no reason. He's fine. They introduced the concept of replicas. It's dumb. I don't like it. I kind of just gloss over that stuff. By the way, just because I don't like, I'm saying it like, oh, some of the story beats of Kingdom Hearts are dumb. Again, I am a big fan, and you can embrace that it's dumb. Please do not get in the comments to me like, actually, when Sora does, I don't care. I know, right? I know I know the in-lore reasons for a lot of this stuff. I just think the in-lore reasons are dumb. That's why I'm allowed to make fun of them. Yeah, the very important thing of Chain of Memories that they kind of gloss over is that, what was I going to say? Sorry, I'm trying to choose things here. The thing that I think they gloss over in Chain of Memories, and is arguably more important to the series as a whole, is Riku has a whole ass fucking redemption arc in this game, and you can't play it unless you fucking beat the game with Sora first. I didn't even, like, I knew there was a Riku campaign, I just assumed it was just nonsense. But then when you actually play it, it's like, oh, this is actually, like, interesting and, like, shows, like, character growth, and it makes sense why he's, like, does the things he does in between Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. So it's just annoying. I'm just like, why did you hide this cool lore inside of, like, a very weird and kind of not great game? I don't know, just very divisive game. But it is what it is. So all of Riku's stuff is pretty good in this game. It's also interesting that when you play as Riku, you don't have to, you just have pre-made decks, which, like, there's ups and downs to. Like, I think for casual playing, having Riku just have a deck for every world and not having to worry about it, probably pretty good. And then there's, let me do this, hold on. Let's show off Simba. So Goofy's gonna go first. Watch him kill all of them. Oh my god, please. So Simba is a pretty simple attack. He just kind of stands there and he does a big ol' roar, and it then stuns and does damage. So the problem with this is another problem that's just like, it feels like they just didn't test this game, is what a lot of this comes down to. So one of the reasons I'm upset with this game sometimes is like, you know the shadows, right? They're known for going under the ground and generally being one of the most annoying enemies in the entire series because they just suck. They just like, they make battles take longer for no reason. Like, I like their ability. I think them going under the floor is cool. I think they like to stay under there a little too long sometimes. I think they shouldn't be underground more than like a second, and Kingdom Hearts will consistently break that rule. But it's like extra egregious in this version because, like, timing is so important in this game, and like trying to like time your strikes, time when you're gonna do which attack and what. Like, there's a lot more focus, again, to contrast like one of the criticisms of Kingdom Hearts in general, where it's like, oh, you just press A to win, press A and triangle to, or X and triangle to win in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. It's like, yeah. And then this was a very crazy overcorrection, like, where now you have to like plan your attacks, plan your deck and stuff like that, and it's just like, it's very strange, like, to go from one to the other. But because of that, the shadows are far more annoying in this game. The shadows, the Neo shadows, and I think the wizards are the most annoying enemies because they just have so many fucking iframes, and it's just not fun to play. Like, it just makes it take longer. So I'm not a huge fan. Alright, that one was underground for just a second, so I'll give him credit. He followed the rules. Will his friends? Okay. Like, even Donald's spells feel like delayed. It's weird. So this is what I mean, where it's like, I'm just doing a summon, but like they can just move around and like go underground in the middle of your attacks, even though you're locked into an animation. I'm like, why? It didn't have to be this way. You could have made a better game. We could have made better mechanics. It's fine. Like, I love just waiting. I forgot what I was saying about the story, but basically, the story in this game is not terrific, I don't think. I think it's introduces a plot point and then immediately abandons it with, like, the nominee being, like, a forgotten friend thing. And I think Axel's cool in it, but also, like, he's cool in every game he's in. And then it's weird that they don't introduce the organization at large here, where it's like, they talk about it, but it's like, you never see any of the other members. And it's probably because, you know, at the time of, like, the game, they weren't created yet, is really what the answer probably is. But, you know, I mean, that's fine, but it's just like, I don't, you know, it just, I don't know. It just feels like they, feels like the game is half-baked, and a good chunk of the other games were spent, like, unfucking the timeline, effectively. Where it's like 358 over 2 fills in some of the gaps. They later fill in some of the gaps in other games, like Kingdom Hearts 3 and stuff like that. Even Dark Road, or not a Dark Road, Unchained. But I'm just like, I don't, you know, you could have just told a coherent story. I think this is my thing. I like Nomura. I really do. I think Tetsuya Nomura is talented. I think he's got a lot of cool ideas. I think he has the Kojima syndrome a little bit, where sometimes I feel like people don't say no to Nomura enough. Like, sometimes I need someone in the room to just be like, actually, this seems like it's dumb, and we should do something else. Because unfettered, unrestricted, pure concentrated Nomura is dangerous, and nobody should have to experience that. Do I want to put another Blizzard in to make room for, oh, I can't make Blizzaga yet. Yeah, I can remove some of these. I don't need this one. I'll get rid of this row right here too. We'll put in another Blizzard here. I do have another 6 I'd like to put in. I've got the room. I might as well put more of them. I mean, I guess I can fit all of them, or almost all of them. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Just getting ready for this battle. I have to be careful not to use slates here, because it's very easy to default to that. So this is the first boss. It's certainly something. By the way, I don't really care what cards I use, like for my map cards, because you can get a lot better ones starting in the next world, and also you're gonna get a lot of them over the course of the game. Here's Sid. Fun fact: Sid doesn't have any voice lines in Kingdom Hearts 1, but then he does in 2. So everyone's like, "Oh, they changed his voice." Like, no, he just didn't have a voice. One trophy one thing you really want to be careful of here, because I believe it's required, or no, I think. So there's only one missable card in this game, I think, and it's the, I forget what the name of it is, but it's like a green Mickey emblem. That's because it only appears in boss fights, and I don't think it appears in Marluxia, or in the final boss. It might appear in the final boss, but I think for some reason it doesn't count, because you need it in your journal. So just make sure to use it at least once. I mean, realistically, if you're playing this game correctly, you should use it in all of the fights. I kind of need a fake card to start a slate, because I want to use Simba. Simba's really good in this fight. But I also don't want to just sit around doing nothing. Where the fuck are Donald and Goofy? I guess I can just start card breaking him. So when he goes to do an attack, break. When he goes to do an attack, break. I think you can start kind of attacking it. So now my cards are getting too weak. I have to be more careful. But I need something else. Okay, there we go. So I think when you card break him, you make the Mickey thing spawn. Also, I could dodge roll, but I just keep forgetting I have it. I want to wait for him to do an attack. There we go. So this will force him to fall down, where he just gets some free hits. Hold on. Let's do this. I hope this still counts. Alright, it did something, I think. Really need Donald and Goofy. They're really good. Also, the camera in this game. Why is it... It's so close. This is a PS2 game. It doesn't make sense. Why does it have the same... It has, the same, distance or field of view as, Birth by Sleep, which doesn't make sense to me. Oh, I can't... Right, I can't, slate that. Alright. Trying to go ham. I think if you beat his... I think if you beat his feet or something, I think some of his body parts dropped health. Maybe even thinking Kingdom Hearts 1. Okay, there we go. There's Goofy. Gosh. So Goofy Smash is, yeah, this is what it's supposed to do. You can like charge it up, but he doesn't always do it in like normal fights. Donald! Or no, that's Goofy again. Where? He keeps unlocking on. Stop it. Alright, Simba should do a lot of damage here. Like Whirly Goof is also really good here. Oh, but now I just gotta fight him normally. Yeah. This is partially because I'm on Proud and I didn't really do that much investigation. Yeah, the card's gone. Okay. Just keep breaking him. I think if you break him a couple times in a row, he'll start spawning other cards. Sora, please play a card. Also, God fucking damn it. Please, I'm begging the camera to work with me. Alright, so this is when you really want to unload on him and just like, forget about slates, forget about everything else, just mash the fucking X button and use your attack cards. Try and reload when you can. Got that. That's why you keep zeros in your deck. Because they frequently break cards. So zeros are mostly pretty useless, but like in normal play. But they're very, very useful against bosses. So you always want to keep at least like 1 or 2 in your deck so you have like, you know, you can use them when you need to. But yeah, so as you saw, I only use slates on cards that were going to only last once anyway. Slates can make battles go way faster, but then if you don't have enough to kill, you're not getting those cards back. So you want to, even if it fights against your instincts like it does mine, you really want to take it slow in the boss fights. Just go slow and methodical. I was being a little risky there. I could have healed more, but I was just, I don't know. I was feeling a little frisky. I did first try it though, so you have to defer to me and my expertise. That's not true. You don't have to do anything. I'll keep raising the card power. My HP's fine. I am glad I did at least 1 HP raise. I think that's kind of needed. Here's where they go like, oh, things are all wonky. So this is what I mean about the stories in this game, where it's like, you could argue whatever you want around the main story of this game. I think it's useless, but like, you know, I could hear arguments saying like, you know, it's necessary. The actual like world stories, worthless. All of them are just retelling Kingdom Hearts 1 stories, but without the overarching backstory. So, like for Olympus Coliseum, you deal with Cloud trying to kill Hercules because Hades told him to, but that's kind of just it. That's everything. It comes back to memories. So Cloud is just like, I want you to return my memories. It's like, that's not, well, whatever. And it's all just kind of like that. It's all self-contained and not like, there's no plot going through the worlds at all. It's just like, it follows what is like the worst parts of Kingdom Hearts storytelling in my opinion, which is I think there's a couple games that do story well. I think Kingdom Hearts 1 does the story well, 2 does it well, Birth by Sleep does it well. Sometimes. Birth by Sleep is a little experimental, but for the most part I think it gets it right. And then you have the other games, which is Nomura's storytelling special of, hey, let me dangle some plot in between, or dangle some plot to you, while also making the in-game worlds completely irrelevant to the plot. So like, the first game that like stood out to me that did this was Dream Drop Distance. It's like very noticeable that it's just like nothing you're doing in the worlds matters. You'll have like one cutscene with like Ansem or Xemnas per world, and then that'll be it, if that. But I will watch this cutscene because it's the introduction of our boy.
Well, Sora, did you enjoy meeting?
Ah, never mind. This is Marluxia.
Yeah, it was good to see everyone. But what do you really want from me?
I lied. I actually don't care. I was gonna do it, and I was just like, it's taking too long. Axel, being the fire guy, is in fact weak to fire, or is in fact weak to blizzard. So try and get some in if you can. I can't really. His cards are too high for me to really do it right now. Do that. There we go. Yeah, so it like chunks him down a little bit. So don't forget, use those zero cards. Use those zeros to break up the big combos. Also, I love getting staggered. This game rocks. I'll make it all stop. Again, if the camera would just work with me for like a second, I could really do more here. Alright, I'm gonna have to... I think this is more? I didn't do the math. That was reckless. Also, he will have some zeros, so you want to be careful. Good. Okay. Hey, I was gonna say Donald and Goofy, where are you guys at? shit. Oh, yeah, there's a 0. Be careful when you chain multiple different attacks together that aren't the same, because sometimes they can go over. Here we go. Okay. I have to break it. Sorry. I do have to focus a little bit here. That was a clutch heal, actually. Thank you, Donald. Alright, just two dudes reloading. Oh, he fucking missed, dude? Are you for real, Goofy? Why? Goofy, come on, man. You're on my team. Alright, we're gonna go a little risky here. No 0, no 0, no 0. Alright, because that stuns him when if it hits correctly, but it just doesn't. Oh my god, dude, you suck! Okay. Any card, Sora, thank you. It's just any fucking card works. Alright, so this should work this time. Yeah, Goofy's pretty good here. There we go. Oh, that was stressful. I wish I had more Blizzard in my deck. You could, I guess you could grind for another Blizzard in Traverse Town. You could like find one from one of the room spawns, but you don't really need to. I got lucky that I got a second one pretty early. So every time you beat an organization member, it unlocks a new spell. Actually, I think it's only a couple times. You beat him and you unlock fire. I think you get thunder for beating Larxene. I don't remember where the rest are. I think you get gravity just from like Olympus, and I think you get stop from another one. They're in like various worlds.
Another one?
I think all the magic from Kingdom Hearts 1 comes back in Chain of Memories. Fire, Blizzard, Thunder, Cure, Stop, Gravity, Arrow. I think they're all there.
Then I guess we're gonna need it to keep going.
That's right.
Oh God. So this, I can't explain why, because I think Kingdom Hearts 2 doesn't suffer from this, and neither does Kingdom Hearts 1. But some of the cutscenes in this are a little crunchy. Like the HD treatment was not as kind to them. I think it's because I don't think these are in. Well, these aren't. I think these are pre-rendered, which is why they didn't age as well. But I can't tell. I'm not like an expert. I just think it's pre-rendered. It gives the feel like it is. And since it's not animated in-engine, it looks worse. All right, thanks. I got enough. Alright, so you get to choose which of the 5 worlds you want to go to. It doesn't matter what order you pick. I would actually say that your instinct would be like, well, Wonderland is the first world or is the second world you go to in Kingdom Hearts 1. You can go to Wonderland, Olympus, or Deep Jungle. Well, Deep Jungle isn't in this game because this is after Tarzan's estate sued the fuck out of him, so it's no longer there. I want to really quickly look at this. So this is for across all players. Only 50% of players who opened up Chain of Memories made it past the second or the first boss, like the first boss after the first world. That's insane. That's the rate that people give up on this game. Which, like, by the way, I'm not like I mentioned before, I don't like love this game, but it's not bad. Like, despite all its flaws, there is some good here, and I do enjoy parts of it. It's just that it gets really repetitive. And it just doesn't, like, I don't know, it gets repetitive and it just kind of sucks a little bit. I don't know. There's some dumb parts of it. It's not my favorite in the Kingdom Hearts series at all, but it's also not even, it might be my least favorite, actually. But even then, it's like, I still don't think it's like a bad game. Alright, so there's some pros and cons to all of these. I think, so Wonderland has lower enemies, like the enemies aren't as strong, but it also has a lot of really fucking annoying enemies. Like it has the crescendos, is that what they're called? The little like eggplant fucking horn guys that heal their enemies. It's also got the flowers that like are rooted in. So they've got some annoying enemies, and they have a lot of elemental enemies. I actually don't recommend doing Wonderland first. Agrabah is not bad because Aladdin is in this level, and Aladdin's special ability, especially when you stack it, every hit he does on enemies will drop more Moogle points, which you get more cards from and everything like that. Halloween Town I think is a little bit high level, so I wouldn't really start there either. Monstro I think has the same problem as Wonderland, where there's some annoying enemies. So it's down between Agrabah or Olympus Coliseum. I actually think Olympus isn't that bad as a start. You also get Cloud from beating Olympus, and I think Cloud's pretty useful, so let's go for it. I do think it's funny that one of the enemies in this game is, or in this world, is the Power Wilds, which are the little monkeys, because they couldn't be in Deep Jungle, because Deep Jungle doesn't exist. Skip. Alright, so cool. I really love this music. So nostalgic. I love that they kept it in Kingdom Hearts 2. So for this one, you want to destroy these columns. That's the breakable. That's like kind of easy to miss in this one. Well, I guess there's some elemental enemies here too. Never trust any enemy that spawns by itself. It is not by itself. It never will be. You do well to remember that. Oh fuck! I gotta stop doing Goofy Smash. I mean, it's useful, but it's also like I want Whirligoof. It's better. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I really need to start chaining the memories. No, I need to start chaining the magic a little bit better. Sim would be better if I had a third one of them too. Alright. I mean, we do finally have some freedom here, where we can start getting some rooms that we couldn't get before, like the Calm Bounty, which just has like a treasure chest at it. The Moogle Shop, which you can actually spend those Moogle points you've been earning. So that's all very helpful. I also just like better Keyblades. I really, really need the Olympus Keyblade here because the Kingdom Key is not cutting it. Oh, another fun thing about this game is that the XP will just like stay on the ground and won't automatically go to you. And if you don't pick it up, pick it up, then it just disappears and you don't get it. Which is, again, it's just like I wish someone game tested this. Like, there's so much in this game that like could have been easier if they just like made it a little bit more like, you know, added some more quality of life, but it was unfortunately not in the cards. I am kind of at a point now where I'm struggling a little bit because I don't have high enough cards. Like, all the high cards at the beginning of my deck, so the battles are taking a little bit too long. So if you want to mash through and just mash X in this game, you just need higher cards. So like getting all like 7, 8s, and 9s should get you through. I think that's like the highest that a lot of it has. Ooh, Stun Impact. That's 15, right? Or no, it's 2023, right? I don't know. Oh, hey, fire, night. Oh yeah, I forgot to add fire to my deck. I should do that. A lot of the things I keep complaining about because I have just not edited my deck. It's my own fault. Let me move, or I forget how to move this. Is it organized? Oh, that just automatically gets rid of any empty spots. Okay. Let me take that out. I'll put it back in, but I'll put it at the end so that if I need it, it's there. And then, can I fit both fires in here? I actually don't know. Let's do one there, one there. Okay, so I'm got too many cards. We'll just take out one of the 2s. That should be fine. It won't line up correctly if I'm playing it right, but that's fine. I should also probably move the potion. Oh, you can see your slates, by the way, and just like check them again. I'll just give you the tutorial on how to do them. The only one that I think is worth looking up is the Donald and Goofy ones, like Magic Level 2 and 3, depending on all those. We have Goofy Smash, which is Goofy plus a Keyblade. We have Wild Crush, which is both of them in a Keyblade. Lucky Bounty, which is if you are lucky enough to find Pluto. And then the rest are all tied to the worlds. Alright, I guess that's fine for now. Fire should be good because I can deal with these guys. I think only the Blue Rhapsody spawn here for the most part, so it does have our favorite. We do have fuck, I messed that up. We do have the big boy. Big boy, you gotta attack from behind, or you gotta use magic. So get that magic locked and loaded. Okay. I mean, I think Simba works pretty well too. Simba does really good AoE damage. Again, you just want that third tier of Simba though. He's the one that does way more damage. Oh yeah, and to run away, you just have to run against the wall. Obviously, if I'm doing this in one playthrough, I can't do that, so you have to be careful. I should probably also be saving more, especially with how recklessly I'm playing. But it's still the beginning of the game, and I'm still feeling confident. One thing you want to keep track of, your health does not come back in between battles in this game. You either get it from health spawns in the overworld, or you either get them back from health spawns in the overworld, or you heal in-game. Or heal in battle. So keep that in mind. Be very careful about it. You will fuck yourself over if you don't. Especially on powered mode. Oh my god, I hate you. You're the fucking worst. It's like all they do is just go underground. They don't even like attack. They just fucking go underground. The fact that they can go underground without using a card sucks. Everyone in this game only attacks with a card, but you're somehow allowed to move underground without a card. It's not balanced. I hate it. Alright, there's some help. I think we found everything here. Yeah, this is a pretty short room. So, beginning is over there, the boss fight is over there, so we gotta get through to the end here. You may notice there's a 4th golden room. I don't think you can unlock those until I think you beat the 6th floor, if I remember correctly. Now, this doesn't apply to everything, but there usually, I say usually, isn't a boss fight on the in the early ones. I think usually the boss fight is only in the last thing, so it's just a story cutscene, and then boss fight is how all of these rooms go. Which is what I mean, like, about it just being filler. Like, it's all the same. It's every single world. It's the exact same workflow. Like, so it's weird. I would like a Mooga room, please, because I am not feeling it. I'll do a premium room, start making some premium cards, I guess. That would help me with slates, but I don't really need to do that either. I'm going to save my meeting grounds for Agrabah. Try and use, like, those exclusively. Those are kind of high. Lesson Days is kind of high, too. We'll do Martial Walking. So this boosts your cards by 2, I think. It's funny that there's one that boosts your cards by 2, and then there's one that lowers enemy cards by 2. It's like, we really didn't have that much variety, did we? This is what we got. Yeah, I can't wait to get a Moogle room. I can really start editing my deck once I get a Moogle room, because then I can spawn a bunch of stuff. I gotta, like, get the better hang of the game again, so I can, like, remember, like, how to do the slates properly. Oh, it's funny, it ruined my 0. Because the 0 is +2 now. Yeah, like, I need that to be a kill. The fact that it only stuns and, like, does half damage, not good enough. Also, be careful about these, because they will steal your, they'll steal, I think, your MP, or Moogle points, I don't remember. The other thing I wanted to add about those is that, a correction to myself. They do have all of the XP go to Sora if you win the battle, but if it disappears before that, then obviously you don't get them. So that's what I was trying to say. Oh, man. So, I should mention this too, just in case you missed it. So the reason I'm choosing this, so I want to do more platinum playthroughs where I play through an entire game and, like, show how to get all the trophies from, like, the start. I think it's fun. I just did it with Sly Cooper, which is a good short game, and then, like, I knew I had more options. And I did know that all my other options were not short games. All right, we're gonna do Wild Crush. Oh, I think I remember this one. Yeah, you just use Goofy as a battering ram. This is actually pretty good. You just can only use it when you have Donald and Goofy, so it's a little tough. I love every time I miss and don't. I love every time I miss and don't hit the elemental weakness speed. All right, Donald, I'll give you credit. You attacked correctly there. Thank you. But yeah, so I just did Sly Cooper, and I was like, oh, I want to do another game, but, like, I want to do a game that, like, I've already platinumed once, so I can just, like, kind of, like, I can speak to it with authority. And so I broke it down between 3 options. I had people vote. So I chose the votes, or the options they were allowed to choose were Kingdom Hearts Rechained Memories, which ended up winning with, like, 67% of the votes. And then there was Resident Evil 4 Remake, which only came out, what, 2023, I think, early? And then there was Grand Theft Auto 3 Definitive Edition. So I have platinumed all of these games at least once. I've only played GTA 3 once, so that would be a lot of me, like, remembering things, which I still think would be good content. But I did that. And the other, yeah, so those are the 3 options, but Kingdom Hearts won by a landslide, so that's why we're playing this. I think all three of my options are kind of long, because even though the other two games are kind of short, the stuff you have to do to them, like, adds more. So we got our first Moogle room. I kind of feel like I should just hurry to that and not, like, clear this room. That's a good thing to point out. You're not required to beat every enemy in a room. Like, there's no reason to. You can just run straight through a room. Like, if you wanted to, you could just, like, run straight to the end of every one of these rooms and just, like, go straight for the boss. Now, the reason that's not recommended is that if you do that, you'll be very underleveled and it'll be tough. So don't only do that if you're, like, confident in your deck. Also, zeros work the same way in the map rooms as they do in battle. So if, regardless of what the requirement is, if you have a 0, you can just use it immediately. And I recommend it. Alright, so Moogle rooms are fun because I feel like they do have more cards in them more often. Don't forget you can hit these flames out. I don't remember. I think you might have to... I don't remember. I know in Kingdom Hearts 1 there's a puzzle to use Blizzard on all of those, but I think that's just a reference to it. Not too much. Moogle rooms are pretty small usually. They're going to be tutorial here, I think. Moogle shop. Yeah. I get it. So you get a free pack. Alright, I guess. I would prefer some higher numbers, especially this early. So, you can also trade cards you're not using. I do not recommend doing that early on at all. I recommend waiting to do that because you'll need all the help you can get. So magic packs, these will only give you magic, and right now the only magic I have access to is Simba, Fire, and Ice. So it'll guarantee me those. It's worth noting it might be a good idea to wait until the end to do that, because then I can get Cloud as well, but I'll just buy more then. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna buy a magic pack. Yeah, it's fine, I guess. That's actually not bad, because I can use that. I can now make Blizzaga and Fire Agra, so that's not bad. I'll do one more, just for posterity. Try and get another Simba if I can. Or the game can tell me to fuck myself. I mean, again, more of magic is fine, so. Magic is very good in the early game. But I am going to try and get more of these, because I want to try and get some higher numbers. Also, just some more Olympia Keyblades in general. So their attack is C+, Kingdom Key is D+, so they just do a decent amount more damage. Boy, I'm getting a little fucked here. These actually aren't bad. Okay, I'll take those. Alright. We'll do one more. So we can leave this room and come back and buy more of these packs, and the packs will refresh with like whatever cards are available, so we'll keep that in mind. Alright, this is better. And so instead of editing my deck completely, I'm just gonna... I usually do this, where I'll just go to a different deck and just start from scratch. So, let's see. I want really strong cards up front. 8. 7. Okay. We're in a rough spot now. So, 7. So I think that's 7 plus 7 is 14 plus 8 is 24. I think that's slightly too high, actually. Let's do this, because this way it'll be stun impact if I use it. So then we'll do this one. I think I can probably get another stun impact. What is it? 7 plus 7, so that's 14. So at least it's 6. Okay, we'll just do that. So I think that should work still. If I want to just like mash the slates. And then I want to make sure I fit the magic in here. So let's do... I might even use more magic than attacks this time. So do that there. I'm going to use the premium Blizzard. So if we look here, Blizzard, normal Blizzard 2 costs 16, premium costs 15, and it's for 1 higher. Premium cards cost less, but they work the same way as one-use cards. So they're pretty much only good for starting slates, and just for keeping the deck cost down, I guess. But this would be my recommendation, is that you just make some slates with them. Simba, there's still only 2 of you, which is really fucking annoying. Oh, so this is my first enemy card. I've had real bad luck so far. I haven't gotten any other drops. But this one just makes it so it extends the reach of the attack cards. I could put it in. It does cost 30, so I'm like, I'd rather just not. I'd rather save the cost a little bit. Let's see. What else can I do here? I'll try and add it before this too. So I want to make enough where I can make more slates, but with like stronger cards. So that would be 14. So this is where you can use like lower numbers, because this is built around slates. It doesn't matter if I mix in the lower numbers, because the idea is that I don't have to. This isn't going to be like 8, 7, 6, 7, 7, 6. It's going to be 23, 20, and then like 11. And since normal enemies outside of, I think even, I guess bosses can do it with 0 cards, but normal enemies will never be able to break above a 9. And even a 9 is usually out of the question for them. So feel free to go fucking nuts with it. Because they, you know, it'll be good. I do still have to play a little bit conservatively because there's only so many, actually I should move this. What was I going to say? Yeah, there's, because there's, you know, if you run out of cards, then you're kind of fucked. So you want to be a little bit careful not to go too fucking hog wild on those slates, but for the most part, it's pretty safe. All right, I can probably fit one more combo in here. Yeah, we'll do one of these. And then I guess a 6. Yeah, that'll work. I didn't put cure in because I'm dumb. Ooh, I need to put a... Yeah, I'm going to go over here because I'm going to have to take out one of my things. I do want to put these together because I think it's more helpful that way. Oh, actually, hold on. Let's do this. I want to make a slate of cure so that I can get like a slightly boosted cure, and I can finish it off with a potion. All right, so that'll add up to 9. I have to remove some of this here. Let's just remove all of these. Even that's not enough because I want to fit Simba back in too. It is a balancing act. Especially, it's the potion that's taking up the most of it. Actually, you know what? I might just do this. Hold on. We'll do cure and then we'll put Simba after it, so then I can probably add another chain of spells back in. I could try and add more magic. I just don't have a complete other slate, so I think I'm going to fall back to my original plan. We'll do this, and then just one more. Doesn't matter which one. We'll do... Oh, I can only fit a smaller one. Ah, shit. Oh, I don't have a 0 either. Maybe I'll do this. Remove this. I'll put... I guess I did take this out, but I should probably put it back in. No, because I don't really have the room for it. Not until I build another one. Yeah, not until I build another deck. I can live without the potion for now. Hopefully with the slates, I'm just like beating them fast enough where it doesn't matter. Here's what we'll do. We'll do only premium cards. Alright, so now I've got 15. So we'll do... Oh, perfect. There we go. Alright, right on the money. I could do this a little bit better. This is not an optimized deck by any means. It only has so many rows of attacks, but it's good for now, I think. You can make a card a favorite. I forget how to do it. I think it's shortcut. So I think it's... I forget how to do it. I think it's... There's a button for the shortcut in battle where you can like instantly go to it. I don't remember what it is, so I'm going to ignore that for now. But alright, we'll equip the second deck. And yeah, we're slightly better than we were before, which is all you can really ask for. So this is the 4th one. This is the Door to Rewards, I think it's called. You can't get... This is the one you can't get until later. But it is worth coming back and doing every world again to get it, because the way that works is that it'll give you like a rare card, and I think it'll like... It's usually either like rare character cards. So like you'll get like organization members who like aren't normally in this game. So you can find like what's his face? You can find like Syx. You can find like Demix. There's like lots of different ways you can use that. But it's also like, you know, kind of hidden. All right, fire. Blizzard is a huge shotgun effect, so this is really good. It kind of like, yeah, it like spreads out like that, so you want to be careful with it. Try and aim it correctly. All right, we're getting there. So doing a little bit better. I don't think you have to fight Cloud in this world. I could be wrong though. I think Cloud literally says like you can go. My quarrel is with Hercules. I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Take out all the enemies at once. Let's fucking go! Really wish that was enough to kill him. All right, starting to get the hang of things again. Getting my sea legs back. Alright, I'm going to try and do another card boost. If I can do one more, I'll probably add Potion back in because it's a good way to like refill the deck. So Potion will not restore premium cards that were used or cards that were used in the beginning of a slate, but it will restore all the other cards you used. So still very much worth it. Oh, this wasn't... Oh, it's because I'm in Martial Walking, so like it's fucking up my slates. Didn't I already remember this? No, I think it was the 0 that I fucked up before. Okay. Try and hit someone with that. This is not gonna hurt all of you. And we'll do this. Alright, so this is my first time having to reload the deck. What's left? What did I not fuck up? That's not bad. You can just spam this for the most part. It's not great, but it does work. Ooh, we needed that. Calm Bounty. So you want to use the Calm Bounty in every world at least once, because there's always one card that's like you have to unlock for the first time. I believe in Olympus it's Gravity. We can check. Oh, I can't check now. Hold on. Moogle room's over there. Maybe I can overwrite the first room. Because it was only level 3. Maybe I can overwrite this room. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we'll do this. You can change the rooms at any time, even if you've already unlocked it. In fact, it's like worth it to change the rooms a lot. Alright, so kind of the same deal as the Moogle room. You want to make sure you hit all the breakables. Don't miss any free shit. You can definitely just like spam Moogle rooms and Calm Bounties if you want to just like get through the game really fast. But again, I wouldn't do it until you're like more comfortable with the game. Oh, it's a slate. Blizzard raid. I think I have to do one more to get Gravity here. I could be wrong though. Let's do the roulette room. Let's try and get some of the other like useful rooms. Also, for what it's worth, I think after we do this next section, I literally just like run straight to the boss. So, what I'm trying to do there, and I'm failing a little bit, is I was trying to basically get past, or try and hit all of them in one shot. Blizzard is okay at that, and I think that Fire's not bad at like doing big damage, but it doesn't have a huge spread. But then Thunder is the best one. Thunder is hands down the best one for spamming that magic because you just hit everyone at once. Alright, so this is how it works. It moves very slowly, so you can kind of just choose which one you want. So I'm going to choose one of the level 5 chests. Fuck. I'm rusty. That's fine. I've got other opportunities here. But yeah, it's not a bad idea when you do these. Just pick up a couple of like essential ones. Like, try and get more Moogles. Try and get more Calm Bounties. Try and get save rooms if you need them. Idiot. Oh, I'm the idiot. So yeah, I think the roulette symbol is like a chance to drop, but if you do a roulette room, it's like guaranteed to drop off the first monster. Heartless, they have names. Oh, God, the auto lock on is so bad. No. Sword did a full like 360 and then missed. Okay. Alright, I think it's this order. I'm ready this time. Unironically, Wild Crush is very good. I know it looks like a meme attack, but it's like, it's hard to control, but if you hit them, it's very, very good. Okay. Oh, I didn't get the roulette thing after all. That was weird. Oh, also, when you're picking a room, it will tell you the size of the room, which is pretty important. Because then you'll know like how many enemies are going to spawn, how much you have to like maneuver and stuff like that. So pay close attention to it. Okay, that kind of worked. I really do appreciate that it's only the Blizzard enemies here. Even if it's kind of annoying for hitting some of the enemies, it means that if like I wanted to, I could use all fire attacks and that'd be fine. Or I could just use lightning here. Oh, we got 2 goofs. Let's go. Goofy Tornado level 2. So he'll, like I said, he'll hit stronger and he'll go faster if you do that. But you won't be able to stop until he stops. So just keep that in mind. Alright, we only have... Oh no, there's level 7. Okay, here we go. I got it this time. Yay. Yeah, you really want to hit right on it. I don't know that I have to really do much more. Like, I think my health is fine. I don't know if I'm equipped for this next boss fight, truth be told. Like, I might not have the chutzpah for it, but I'll do my best. 15 and that. Alright, I'm going to get rid of the black room cards because the black fungus enemy in this is just kind of annoying, and so are the white fungus enemies. There's not really a huge benefit to beating them. Like, I think they can give you like a premium card thing, but then you could just use a premium room. There's no reason to. What else am I going to use here? Stagnant space is fine. Let's get rid of one of these. The other one you want to get rid of is Endless Darkness is not really great because it's like it just spawns a bunch of shadows, but like they don't really give much XP and they're non-stop, so. Like, I don't care, just leave me. Oh, there is a fight here. Uh-oh. I think this is an exception to the rule. I think usually there isn't a mid-boss or a mid-world fight. I think this isn't how you unlock his summon either, I don't think. Okay. This is my best shot. Oh my god, no! Ooh, stun, nice. Ooh, less nice. Oh, great. I forgot he could do this. Maybe I'm not ready for you yet. I also, like, kind of forgot that I can't die. If I die, then it's all over. I'm ready. Use cross slash, you fucking... You coward.
Is that the best you can do?
It would seem. You get all these attacks from one fucking card? Are you for real? This seems like cheating. I'm waiting for him to use cross slash. We both... Oh, it's not even gonna matter. Okay. Eat that, asshole. Oh! Hubris! Ah! Alright, that's the end of part 1. Fuck. Oh, I did so much. I knew it. I called it out. No. Let me just... I'm fully on copium here. Let me just double check this is actually in this game. That this trophy still exists. Alright, player Sora, player Riku. Undefeated. Clear the game without using continue. I mean, I might be able to just do this with Riku, right? Right? Fuck. Turn the title. Alright, well, like I said, that's the end of part 1. I'm going to stumble my way through this game a little bit more. So, in between parts... No, not even. I was going to say I'll play back to that on screen. No, I won't. I'll do it on screen again. No, I probably won't. I don't want to make this any longer than it needs to be. Yeah, so I'll get back to the cloud fight for part 2, and I'll save properly and make my deck again and grind and all that. And also off screen, I also can't die, so I'll just have to like be careful when I'm grinding. But buckle up. This is this is the game. Thank you guys so much for watching. I feel so dumb. I'm so dumb for doing that. It's like I was wrong on 2 accounts. I was like, 1, I don't think you fight Cloud. You did fight Cloud. And then 2, I was like, I didn't bother saving because I was like, oh, I'll just save like on the way back to go to fight the final boss because I completely forgot Cloud was a fight here. So that is great. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you want to see my descent into madness, this game does bad things to you. Like, again, I think the game is fine, but it is going to upset me. And it's going to upset me a lot as we go through. So if you want to see the wrath of Zalis, here we are. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I can't watch this. Sorry, copyright. Thank you guys. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.